In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up the red model of dual pricing. On step one, where it says choose pricing model, okay, you're going to do step 1, 2, and 3. Always do all 3 steps. Tap step 1. Now, there's a lot of different ways to do dual pricing. One way is to inflate the prices and give a cash discount. Okay, we're not talking about this one today. This has certain advantages for offering like split discounts and features like that. There's also a dual pricing where there's no inventory involved at all. We're not talking about that today either. Okay, what we're talking about is this red one right here, raise item prices for card, and its distant cousin here, raise item prices for card essentials. Okay, the difference is this red one will use modifiers to increase the price of each individual item, okay, at the time of checkout. But if we don't have modifiers, the Clover SaaS Essentials does not include modifier support. Okay, so if you don't have modifiers, then you can't use this red one, and instead you would choose this pink one right here. Okay, so red or pink, you can choose either one. But I'm going to go ahead and choose this one because we do have modifiers in our plan. The difference here, by the way, is that this pink one will raise item prices for individually for when you choose card, but it'll do so using custom items instead, which means you can't track stock, and there's a few little limits like that. But so if you have essentials, you can use this. You cannot use the red one. Okay, but you tap red. The setup code is 2468, or you can tap the get code if you forget that. Confirm only raise price on card. This is a sanity check. Yes, that's what you're doing. You're going to raise price on card. Okay, put in the percent. You can put in double decimals like this, or you can just put in, single number if you need to, like 4% would be 4. Okay, tap done. Once you choose to add a percent, you're going to get this permission request, okay, from Clover. Complete action using cash card. You want to choose always. There's no other option here. Okay, you choose always, choose cash card. If cash card is not chosen already, but it should be. Okay, so choose cash card and choose always. The other thing is if you have multiple Clover devices, this permission is going to be requested on every single Clover device. And there's no other answer. You must choose always. So please remember this. This is the most important part of this setup, is this permission. Okay, so choose cash card and choose always. Okay, after you do that, then you can choose the business features you need on step 2. Basically, the business features are deciding the printing of tips and the printing of an order bill. Okay, we're not creating tips and we're not doing anything else, okay, on this screen. So normally a sit-down restaurant, you get a bill presented at the table. So a sit-down restaurant needs a bill, and plus at sit-down restaurants, they usually have tipping involved also. Counter service, there's no order bill. You don't get a bill at the table of the purchases so that you can pay. But you do still do tipping, so that would be what counter service would be. Retail would be you don't do any tips, you don't need any order bills, you're just selling retail products. Retail plus EBT would be if you're also offering EBT discounts and things. Okay, purple's reserved for payments only if you don't have any inventory. Okay, if you don't know which one to choose, just choose the green one. Okay, that gives you all the features even if you don't need them. Okay, then step 3, you're choosing the Clover hardware. You're going to choose the blue if you have any Clover customer facing devices in the business. Okay, so Clover makes a Duo, which has a little customer facing mini attached to it that faces the customer. And again, if there's any, not even, it doesn't have to be this particular device you're setting up, but if there's any there or will be in the future, go ahead and choose the blue. Otherwise, choose the green. Okay, I'm going to choose the blue. These other two, they're separate videos on if you need them. Okay, there. So now I'm done with the setup. You can view the dual pricing advertising guide, which we do recommend. Basically, it'll explain to you what dual pricing is, because there is an advertising requirement. The business must advertise the cash price and the card price for their items, and there's a variety of ways to do that, but you do want to make sure you advertise the dual pricing. Okay, I'm going to just tap done. So now let me show you how to use it. And before you do that, let me show you actually, let's go ahead and look at the usage, okay? So you go to the register or the dining. I'm going to go to the dining, and let's say you have a table full of items, okay, like right now, what we have. At the top, you'll see a button that says Bill and Guess and a drop down. Okay, this button you can move it if you tap on it and hold it down, and then you can see you can slowly move it. Okay, once you place it where you want it, if you tap the bill side, you're going to get a cash priced bill with all the items on it and a cash and card total at the bottom. If you tap Guess, you'll get a cash price bill and a cash and card total for each individual guest. Okay, if you tap this drop down, you can get a bill that has a cash and a card price for every single item. Okay, every bill already includes the totals, cash and card, but this would switch to showing a cash and card price for each individual item. It's very much recommended for Visa compliance, but you don't have to do that. Okay, but basically, if you tap bill, you get a bill for the whole table. Guest, you'll get one for the whole table as well as for each individual guest. You could also tap on an individual guest, tap this category called print options, and you can tap to print just a separate bill for each individual guest if you want by tapping on the guest. Okay, so that's how you tap. And you do not want to use a Clover print bill because you're going to get inconsistent numbers, little problems. You always want to use our bill, our magic button bill and guest button at the top. Okay, when you check out, you tap pay, and you're going to be asked if you want to choose the cash price or the card price. Okay, on the red model, you can split by items and you can split by amount, but there is no partial discount for paying partial cash. Okay, on the red model, you're doing what's called true dual pricing. Every item is a cash price or a card price. So if you pay part by cash, it doesn't matter. You're going to choose either the cash price or the card price for everything, okay? But you can split by items, or you can just split, use the guess button as you were doing. Another chance to print the bills if you need to. Let's say I choose the card price, okay? See, now everything switched to the card price using invisible modifiers that will be hidden on the payment receipt, and you can pay it out. Or if the customer changes their mind, you can tap cash card right here, and it'll ask you to choose again the cash and card price. Okay, but you pay it out with whatever tender you want. You could have chosen the cash price right here, and still paid with a card if you wanted to. Okay, that's useful for transitioning. Like if you have old customer base that's used to not doing dual pricing, you can say, hey, this time I'll give you the cash price. Next time we're going to charge you the card price, just so you know we're switching. So that's a smooth transition you can do by you can choose a cash price and still pay with card. Okay, if you wish, to prevent some kind of employee abuse where an employee can choose a cash price and still pay with card, we do have a feature, and I'll show you that. On the Cash Pro app, you can tap on Customize, Pop-up. See right here, report employee of cash price on card payment. Okay, that way if any employee is choosing the cash price and giving that for card payment and you don't want them to, then you can see any employee doing that under Reports, On Device Report, and under this type right here, you can change it to cash price for card payment. Okay, right here, we'll show you every employee that's offering a cash price for card payment if they are. It will not report if you're an admin or a manager, okay? And it'll reset once you tap print, okay? The report will, okay? But that's pretty much how you use the red model of cash discounting, I'm sorry, not cash discounting, of dual pricing. Again, if you have multiple devices, you want to go to each individual device and tap the Cash Pro app, which is this yellow app with an orange tag. And when you do so, you're going to be requested for that permission on each device, and you want to choose cash card and choose always, and then you'll be done with the entire setup.